Hello guys, I'm a YouTuber who manages a channel called US Stock Research Center in Korea. And this is October 22nd, 2025 KST. And I usually introduce the hottest US stocks to Korean investors. And today I want to flip that perspective and show you guys what's happening on the Korean side of the meme stock frenzy. Because right now, one of the most explosive tickers in the US market is BYND, right? Beyond Meat. And Koreans are going crazy over it. So I'm going to talk about that. Now, some of you might already know all this, but just a few weeks ago, Beyond Meat was trading under $1. And it's a fading brand, weighed down by debt, poor sales, and collapsing hype around plant-based meat. Then in just 1 week, it rocketed over 360%. And by October 22nd, pre-market, it was already trading above $8. Currently, $7.6. And the sudden surge came from a perfect storm, like a major distribution deal with Walmart, which they announced a couple days ago, and a massive convertible bond exchange and lockup expiration, and a meme ETF inclusion, and a wave of retail hype. Now, if you're not familiar with Korean retail traders, here's something you need to know. They are super fast and loud and fearless. And they've had a real impact on US stocks before. They've famously poured into IonQ, the quantum computer stock, right? Sending the price flying for the past couple years. And according to this system, Koreans, IonQ is the sixth most held stock in the Korean by the Korean retailers when it comes to foreign stocks. They hold, let's see, 100, 1000만, 10만, 100만, 1000만, 10억. So 3.79 billion US dollars worth of IonQ stocks. And I've heard that Koreans account for more than 30% of the entire shareholders in the company, which is quite amazing. And I'm pretty sure that Korean, these retailers contribute a lot to the surge in the stock price for the past couple years when it comes to ticker IonQ. And now they found a new obsession, it turns out, Beyond Meat, which they interestingly call 콩고기, bean meat, and is the nickname for Beyond Meat right now. So Korea's most active stock forums is 미국 주식 갤러리, which roughly means US stock gallery, and 해외 주식 gallery, which means global stock gallery on a platform called DC Inside. Okay, and right now, these communities have been flooded with Beyond Meat comments over the past 24 hours. And here are some examples of what traders are saying right now. Is this a short squeeze? LOL, or who's trading every 3 minutes? And Bean Meats is going to $10, so lock it in. I threw 200 million Korean won at $7.2. And some people are saying kimchi investors, calling Korean investors kimchi investors, are pushing the price up before Americans wake up. So they're writing these comments in real time for like every few seconds. New comments, new posts are being posted. And this isn't really an organized movement like Roaring Kitty's original GameStop saga. It's super chaotic so far and meme-driven and fast. But the energy feels very familiar. And some of you might already know why Beyond Meat is squeezing, because the setup is almost textbook. Short interest were over 50%. And it was a collapsed stock price under $1 at one point. And the meme ETF inclusion by Roundhill Investments. And there are viral narratives spreading through Reddit, StockWits, and X. And I heard that there's a Dubai-based retail investor called Capybara Stocks, showing that he bought 3 million shares at $0.78. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but all of this really reflects the early stages of the GME squeeze in 2021. Low price, heavy shorting, and a unifying meme and a fast-forming retail crowd. And what's unique now is the speed of Korean retail participation. Their real-time US trading volume often exceeds $1 billion per day. And because of time zone differences, Korean traders can push pre-market momentum before US traders even wake up. So on the platform, DC Inside, comments are literally saying, yeah, kimchi investors are lifting the price before American boys wake up. So this kind of pre-market buying can create early spikes or make the eventual correction sharper. So we'll have to see about that. Now, it's important to be clear, though. Beyond Meat is still a struggling company, right? Q2 2025 revenue was $75 million US dollars, which decreased by 19.6% year on year. And US retail volume was down 24.2%. Operating loss was at $34.9 million US dollars, and total debt was at $1.2 billion US dollars. And the Walmart partnership might help, but this isn't a turnaround story yet. It's a speculative squeeze on a weak foundation. So Korean forums are split into two camps. There are believers saying that hold the line, let's make this a movement. We can push this to $100. But there are also cynics saying that this is someone else's exit liquidity and it's just a simple pump. But this exact dynamic, faith versus realism, defined the GameStop rally too. And a similar conversation is happening in Reddit as well. There's a thread that I found on the subreddit called Small Street Bets, right? Hot take, BYND. I think BYND will become a symbolic movement. It is not just a short squeeze, and definitely not some pump and dump. You will have your profit takers and your pullbacks, but this has become a movement of people that are standing on principle. The principle that you cannot buy us, that we won't be silenced, censored, and suppressed. Most importantly, that the harder you try, the worse it's going to sting. It will take time for the world to see this. Once it holds above $2, then people will pile in and realize how deep in infancy phase this is. And this was 1 day ago. And this guy talked about $2. Right now it's above $7. Quite amazing. And like I said, in Reddit as well, there are cynics and there are believers, right? You're literally just pressing a button on an app. This isn't the fucking fall of the Berlin Wall, you donkey. But we'll have to see. I mean, you never know how the stock might move, and several things could end up or could end the squeeze fast if their shorts covering drying up or early buyers take profits and regulatory halts or broker restrictions. That could happen, right? And maybe meme crowd attention shifting elsewhere, which I'm kind of seeing here in within the Korean forum as well. People are saying that, I just found the next BYND, next BYND. So they are speculating really hard. But as of now, people are still writing comments on post on BYND, 콩고기, bean meat. So yeah, it's super interesting. And with Beyond Meat's massive new share issuance that recently happened and lockup expiration, there's a lot of supply ready to hit the market. Now, this is one of the most interesting meme rallies since GameStop, I think. And there might be a chance that it might be bigger. Who knows? But what's different is that the early and aggressive role of Korean retail investors. We'll see how long they will last. And they are, joining the hype with the US investors or foreign investors as well. So whether this becomes a multi-week squeeze or burns out in a few days depends on how retail investors around the world react and how many shorts are left and whether momentum can overpower delusion. But one thing is certain, Korean people are in the game. Now, there's a key date to watch. So November 4th, that's the Q3 earnings for Beyond Meat. Where is it? Right here. No. November 4th. I thought I had it. Anyways. Yeah, November 4th, 2025. That's their Q3 earnings. So that's going to be a fundamental reality check. And I'm pretty sure the volatility will spike up right before the earnings. So we'll have to see how the stock price moves. So yeah, there we go. If you have any questions, feel free to write comments in the comment section. And I don't know, this might be my last video in English. I just wanted to put this out there in the world to join the conversation around this stock, BYND. But maybe this hype might end in a couple days, unlike GameStop, because GameStop got that very interesting character, right? Roaring Kitty. And so far, I don't know. I mean, maybe that guy named Capybara Stocks, that guy might appear frequently to lead the retail investors, but we'll have to see. Okay? And we'll have to see how long the Korean investors will stick with this stock. All right? Let me know your thoughts on this stock if you are already investing or are interested in investing. Okay? See you later.